downstairs, I'm going to ask you a few questions that you're going to help me teach your parents about what we're doing here. Okay? To remind them. So, at the very beginning of Mass today, I sprinkled you with what kind of water? Holy water, exactly. Why did I do that? To be holy, that's one reason. To bless us. What does it remind you of when we sprinkle you with holy water? What happened to you when you were babies? You get baptized, exactly. So I sprinkled you with holy water to remind you that you were baptized. And that's where this all began in your life, when you were baptized. All right? Now, because you were baptized, you know what a special name we call you? We're Christians. All right? We're Christians. That means we're followers of who? God and who said it? Jesus. We're followers of Jesus Christ. He's our master. And we're disciples. We're his followers. Thomas, when we hear in the gospel today, was one of the 12 apostles. Okay? And Jesus gave this beautiful teaching today. He's talking to his apostles. And he's teaching them at the Last Supper. What did Jesus do at the Last Supper? What did he do to give us to remember something? Right, at the Last Supper, he gave us his body and blood. Funny thing, that's what you're doing today, right? Receiving his body and blood. So Jesus, at the Last Supper, gives his body and blood, and he's giving this beautiful teaching to his apostles. And after Jesus says, don't worry about anything. I'm going to be with you. All right? And I'm going to go prepare a special place for you in heaven. And then when it's time, I'm going to come back and take you back to heaven with me. All right? And then Thomas, one of the apostles, said, well, Lord, we don't know where you're going. How can we even know the way? And what did Jesus tell Thomas? Does anybody remember? He said, I am the way. And he said, what else? I am the truth. There's one more. I am the baptized, you're a follower of Jesus Christ, right? We said that already. And then Jesus teaches his apostles, but when he's teaching his apostles, he's also teaching us. And Jesus tells the apostles today, at the Last Supper, that he is the way, the truth, and the life. And then at the Last Supper, he gave us his body and blood to remind us of what? To remind us of him. And what about him? What about Jesus? What was Jesus about to do? He was about to die on the cross. And Jesus gave us his body and blood to remember that so we would never ever forget it. And you know what? We're sitting in a church 2,000 years after Jesus died on the cross and rose from the dead. And what are we doing? What are we remembering today? You're remembering, well, you're receiving your first communion, but what are we remembering today, 2,000 years later? That we're remembering Jesus died on the cross. We're doing exactly what Jesus told us to do, to remember him and receive his body and blood so we would never ever forget. Okay?